I had a artist I toured with who described it as being close to the veil. This idea that there's this spiritual world around us, and some people are just brushing up against it, you know?
Yeah.
And so they hear it. They can see the shadows past it, and they can hear it right beside them. And that's where good things can come in, but also where worse things can come in.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's so true when I think back to about addiction. I think in a weird way, I was trying to play God or meet God at the
You
same
should have
time.
done ayahuasca. You only have to do it once.
I've had people tell me that, and I'm like, I'm really afraid because I'm the kind of guy I can get hooked into things too.
I promise you. Well, you know what? I'm not going to make any promises or anything like that, but I will say that that's not. I don't know of anyone that addiction has become. You know what? But I'm speaking out of turn. I don't know enough about it, but I will say that I know a lot of people that it has helped them cure their addictions.
That's
I know
what I've
many
heard.
people that have come into that experience with alcoholism or with very unhealthy habits, and have walked out and never drank again.
Yeah, that's
So
what I've heard.
yeah, it's fucking nuts, man. It's wild. It changed a lot for
I'm
me.
afraid of it. That's all. I'll leave it there. So maybe it's a fear to face.
Fear is a sign of respect.
Yeah.
You're right to be afraid, but the I will also say that the universe is at its core a deeply loving place, and it's as curious about us as we are of it, and that fear is replaced by love quickly when you're on the right journey.
I believe that. I wholeheartedly agree with you there. Absolutely.
Yeah. But make sure your shaman is a real shaman. Because a lot of people will say in some of those communities will say that they are a shaman. They are not. It can be very dangerous. Yeah.
I don't want to go. Hi, I'm George. This is my first time.
I was down in Peru. I was in Iquitos, and there's literally guys like, "Hey, do you want a bracelet?" I'm like, no, I'm good. He's like, cool. You want to come to my garage, do ayahuasca? I'm a shaman. I'm like, I don't. A minute ago, you made bracelets. You're also like, I have several jobs myself, but that I feel like a shaman. That's like that's a specialized job.
Sure.
That's like no one's like, hey, I'm a brain surgeon. I also moonlight as a taxidermist. And I'm like, no, that feels like things that should be separate.
Yeah, let's do a little crowbar here.
Yeah. Anyhow, sorry, we're
no, it's fun. And that's a great name for a band too, by the way. I might add that. Close to the Veil. If that's not out there yet, that needs to be, or that's an album or song title.
Piercing the Veil, I think, is a band already.
I think you're right. Close to the Veil, though.
Close to the Veil's nice. That's our side project. When you get a little better at that bass.
All right. That's a really compelling, just like even how you put it like that, that like light and dark, and it's like just such a thin line. Anyways, I could go forever. Random questions. Pet peeves. Shit that just annoys you.
I don't like when people say sure.
This is the Knocking Doors Down podcast, featuring celebrities, experts, and everyday people who have overcome adversities, including addiction, mental health, and trauma, to live purposeful lives. And that's what Knocking Doors Down is all about.